rumored to take the Cowboys job. He addressed it yesterday. Take a listen.
I'm happy where I am, man. I'm good. I got a kickstand down. You know what a kickstand is? A lot of people don't in there and done not of age don't know what a kickstand is. That means I'm resting. I'm good. I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm enthusiastic about where I am. I love it here. I truly do. Next question.
He ain't telling the truth.
2-5 should Prime want to coach the Cowboys?
Yes. Come on to the league, baby. First of all, like, just watching his interviews, he's just so different. He's unique. I know we talk about, like, Jerry Jones controlling all the coaches that he's had for the Cowboys. Coach Prime is different. Even before I became a coach as a player, I've been different, right? I mean, he's one of the only guys in the beginning of this, like, players picking where they want to go. He said, I didn't want to go to Detroit Lions. They had to pay me so much money, they had to put me on layaway. That was his first year as a college going to the pros. You know, you'd be excited to get drafted. But he has that much confidence. Now he's carried that over to the game. Now he's carried over as a coach. You look at everywhere he goes, all he does is win. Jackson State, they want a good squad. They want a good program. He changed that thing around. Okay, let's go to Colorado. Let's have a better challenge, a harder challenge. He goes there. They won one game before he got there. Now look at him. And then he warned y'all. He said, listen, get me now because you know when I get this thing rolling, when I get the players I need, get the coaches I need, we're going to be winning games. Now they're tied for first place in the Big 12. That's what he does. You bring it to the pros. I think a lot of issues with head coaching in the league, a guy like Belichick, he has so much success. But where his success stopped is he can't really adjust and adapt to these players. He can't relate to them nowadays. You think a player will have that to say that about Coach Prime, not relating, not understanding, not adjusting? He is the culture. He is the culture. Have you ever been to a Colorado game?
No.
Have you been to a Colorado game? We've been to a Colorado game. The whole culture's there. Your favorite ball player's going to be there. Your favorite rapper's going to be there. That ain't by accident. They come there for Coach Prime. He's changed the whole game around. All I'm saying is, we had an issue with the Cowboys getting players that come for free agency, right? Jerry didn't get this player, he didn't get that player. Well, when Coach Prime is there, you don't get them players. And you don't have to pay the top dollar for it because they want to play for a guy like Coach Prime. All I'm saying is he fits the description. He's a hell of a coach, hell of a swagger, a guy that knows the culture, and players are going to play for him. And the biggest thing is, the big concern with the Cowboys is, can Jerry Jones work well with the coaches? Well, with Coach Prime, you're going to have to work with him. Because I'm not going for that bull crap where I can't pick this player, I can't call that, I can't do this. It ain't going to happen with Coach Prime. Well, Mike McCarthy, you can do that with him. With what's his name? Jason Garrett, you can do that with him. You can't do that with Coach Prime. You know what it is. Please come to the league. We need you.
You really think players in the National Football League is going to take less money to go play for Coach Prime?
I've seen it happen with...
You think that?
I've seen it happen with the Patriots. You forgot? I've seen all type of players. I remember I was like, yo, why you take that contract? Well, I want to win. I like
win a championship. Because they were winning championships.
I like the way they coach. I like the way they do things. This and third. It fits the way I play. All type of excuses. Real quick, for anybody goes, you telling me if you had to pick out all these different coaches, right? You don't want to play for Coach Prime?
I'm just saying. I'm saying if the Arizona Cardinals say, James, here go $25 million, then the Dallas Cowboys say, here go 20, and we got Coach Prime, I'm gonna say, you keep that 20 with Coach Prime. I'm going to make my 25 million. That's what I'm saying.
But that's you.
I know, but I'm just saying.
I probably take the 20. I like legacy. I like greatness. I want to be around greatness. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I play like that. I want to be around that type of thing. And I made a lot of money in the league, so it might be my second, third contract. I want to play for Prime. What about
what if it's your first one?
Real quick, last one. Well, your first one's like more who you get drafted by. Your first contract, who you get drafted by, and then normally the best players don't leave that team when they say contract. But I'll say this to you, though. So let's say you're a player where you're a little older, but you're still a guy like Gilmore. Stephon Gilmore,
yeah, that's different.
right? Really, really good player. Can pick where you want to go, right? And maybe $3 million extra here, maybe $2 million extra. But he's still good. And he's a little older, right?
That's a different situation.
Where you want to go? Because it's players like that make you championship teams.
Yeah.
To me, Gilmore been around for him, and that's different.
Prime has to go to the Cowboys if the option presents itself. It has to. Sometimes we hear terms that are hard to define, and I heard the definition of peak performance one time, Chase. I've never forgotten it. Peak performance, when maximal level of difficulty meets maximal level of talent. Shady did a lot of crazy things in his NFL career. His peak performance was against the Detroit Lions on 8 inches of snow. Because trying to run on 8 inches of snow is the maximal level of difficulty. Ask all the other players on the football field, myself included. But his maximal level of talent met the maximal level of difficulty. Eagles single-season game rushing record, 200-plus yards, Shady McCoy. That was his most iconic day. You can't have a peak performance at Jackson State. It's not maximal difficulty. You can't even have peak performance at Colorado. Though it is Power 5 and it is Division I, it's not maximal level of difficulty. But if you go to the Dallas Cowboys, where they haven't seen a Super Bowl in 30-plus years, in the NFL, the highest league of football that is out there, and you take that team to an NFC Championship game and or Super Bowl. Now, the maximal level of difficulty, what the Cowboys haven't been able to do in 25, 30 years, meets the maximal level of talent, which is Deion Sanders. That is when you will see peak performance. There is nothing more iconic that Deion Sanders can do than go to the Dallas Cowboys and win there. You win at Jackson State, cool, congratulations, that's a swag. You win at Colorado, cool, congratulations, that's the Big 12. But you win with the Dallas Cowboys, tip of the hat. That's America's team.
I'm going to go ahead and say I completely disagree with what you said because no peak performance is happening with Jerry Jones as the owner. Sorry about you. Sorry, you ain't getting it. You ain't getting full control. You ain't getting what you want. You're not doing that. And so should Prime want to coach the Cowboys? No. 2 reasons. The first one is he's made it very clear, Coach Prime, that he wants to play with his son. Like he wants to bring his son everywhere he goes. No Shedeur Sanders is happening in Dallas. Okay? The Cowboys will have a $104 million dead cap hit if they trade Dak Prescott. Plus, he has a no-trade clause. And quite honestly, I don't know if Shedeur is like that to be successful long-term in the NFL. We at least know
Jerry cares?
We at least know that. No, he cares about money, bro. That's the reason why there's no peak performance. You're getting rid of a top 10 quarterback for a guy you don't know.
Doesn't he care more about attention than money?
Yeah, but attention's great. I'm trying to win, dog. You just said 30-something years. I'm trying to win. They already have attention. They're the biggest brand in all of sports.
In ancient Greek times, there was an Olympic wrestling.
I actually really think that it might tarnish his legacy.
Who?
It might tarnish if he goes to the if he goes to the Cowboys. For me, I don't think they're good enough to win a Super Bowl. And the second he gets there, the only thing that's going to be talked about is winning a Super Bowl. That is it. Anything short of that, if you get to the NFC Championship game, it's a failure. Because you were Prime, you were brought in to do this. Why not go to one of the other 9 to 10 openings that there are? The Giants, the Browns, the Colts, the Jaguars. You think that they just want to win. They just want to sell tickets. Like, and then if you have somewhat success, because Colorado, when he went to Colorado, was awful. The Cowboys are not awful. They were 38 wins the last 3 years. So the success level is so much higher. You go to the Colts and you win 10 games. You go to the Jaguars, win 9 games, and then you get full owner submission. Sean Conn will give that to you in Jacksonville. You know what I mean?
That's a quick question. So, so the Cowboys roster last year, the year before that was Super Bowl caliber roster, right?
Super Bowl, yeah.
So my thing is, they do draft well. Michael Parsons did get drafted there. CeeDee Lamb did get drafted there. Trayvon Diggs got drafted. So they do a good job of drafting players. All them linemen they had.
They've always drafted linemen.
So what I'm saying is, they can get the talent there, though. And another thing about the legacy part, I'm not going back and forth with you. I'm just saying, I don't know if you can tarnish the Deion Sanders legacy. I
don't know.
Prime is prime.
Yeah, but then if you go to Dallas and you get into 4 years, you don't win it, it's going to leave a bad taste in people's mouths. I'm not saying a tarnish on your players. Yeah. You can never tarnish the best corner in NFL.
If he sucked in Dallas, I agree. If he went 4-12, 4-13 for 3-4 years straight, but he's just never been bad.
Yeah, but he's never been bad. When you talk about legacy with Prime has done so many great things. If you're bad, it's been a lot of bad coaches in the NFL. If you're bad, hey, man, at this stint in his career, he was bad. It ain't going to tarnish Deion Sanders' legacy. But Deion Sanders absolutely should not want to be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, speak on it.
If you're talking to me about another organization that's going to give you full control, like he's had full control at Jackson State, like he's had full control at Colorado to do it the way he wants to do it, and I know it ain't no transfer portal or none of that in the National Football League. It's certain things that you got to go by and all that, free agency, trade deadline and all that. But the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones is not changing. And I don't care who is the head coach. Jerry Jones is all about power and people talking about him. Jerry Jones had a Super Bowl winning coach. He had a Super Bowl winning coach that he did not like because he was getting all the attention. And they was winning Super Bowls. And he didn't give Jimmy Johnson, full control of the football team. And Jimmy Johnson was taking you to Super Bowls with Deion Sanders and them. And you were still jealous of Jimmy Johnson. My man won Super Bowls. My man was 70 years old, just went in the Ring of Honor. That is crazy because of the relationship that you had with him. He's not giving up full control of the Dallas Cowboys for a head coach to run the team the way he wants it. Coach Mike has come in there and won 12, 12, 12. and he's still fighting to try to get any players or whatever that he want to get in there. He's still fighting for that. And I understand he's not Prime, but even with Prime, Jerry Jones is too caught up in his old ways. And that is why the Dallas Cowboys is stuck in this situation that they're stuck in, because he does not hire the people to really do their jobs without having say-so in it. So in Coach Prime, you've had a lot of success everywhere you went, even as a player, because you did it your way. In Dallas, you're not going to have the opportunity to do it your way, because it's always going to be that one person stepping in the middle.
But here's what we know.
Jerry Jones.
What we know about the game of football is you live and die by the quarterback. I don't think Prime should take the job absent of Shador, because now I'm with you, Chase. I'm with you, James. But if the Cowboys do what it takes to get Shador, not crazier things have happened, but as crazy things have happened. Denver Broncos, Russell Wilson, no trade clause, $84 million cap hit. This is an additional $20 million, right? But if they do go out to get Shador, if you're Deion, you got to take the job. If you can coach your son in middle school, in high school, at Jackson State, in college, and in college. Yes. If you can coach your son, and if your son is the quarterback, then the Cowboys can go places they've never been before.
I don't get this part, though. We keep acting like Deion ain't Deion.
Not me.
We keep acting like Jerry Jones didn't coach Deion, or he didn't play for Jerry Jones, Deion. So, like, if they are inquiring about him coming as a coach, you already know what you got. When he say he bringing his Louis Vuitton luggage, you know what he bringing. I don't think it's like, y'all think it's because it's college. This is Deion. He's going to do the same thing in the league. So when I come up in here, Jerry, if you want to be your coach, want to interview me, this is what I'm bringing. I'm not trying to fit into your scheme. I'm Prime. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So them other coaches you talk about, McCarthy and all them dudes, like them dudes, they good coaches. Yeah. So no disrespect. They're not Deion Sanders, though. Jimmy Johnson's a hell of a coach. He ain't Deion Sanders, though. But he ain't walking out there and saying...
He's in the Hall of Fame, though.
That's cool. That's a great thing. What I'm saying is, when you're a certain person like Deion, a certain personality, that you don't change no matter what. I haven't seen no coaches coach like him.
But what about
I think the difference is you think Jerry's going to change, and that is where the headbutting is going to happen.
No, what I'm saying is, if you are trying to make me... So, if Deion's going to be the coach and you want to interview me for this job, you already know in your mind what I'm bringing, who I'm...
I think it'll say a lot about Jerry if they hire him.
But do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, if Jerry's going to stay where he's going to be the same way he's been all them years, they're not going to interview.
They wouldn't, yeah. But
if you want to interview me, you know what I'm bringing. Yeah. You know you're not going to tell me on the phone, hey, listen, I don't want you to do this, I want you to do that, I don't want you to get this. Yeah. They don't be like, what? You get what I'm saying?
I disagree.
But I don't think Jerry would interview Deion and try to change Deion.
I'm saying when Jerry Jones hires Deion, let's just say Jerry Jones hires Deion Sanders.
Right.
Jerry Jones is going to run the organization the same way he's been running the organization.
I disagree.
Prime is not going to have the control to say, hey, man, I'm going to get this dude in free agency. That is what Jerry Jones has been doing to all his head coaches and really not letting them have full control of the team.
Not him.
With Prime over there, I don't see that. But he has dude that's won Super Bowl.
It was certain interviews where Jerry Jones said stuff about Mike McCarthy.
Oh, he plays the music.
Deion ain't letting that go down.
Yeah.
We're talking about prime time. I don't know who y'all talking about.
Hey, well, right now we got to talk about the Chargers. They've won 4 straight games, but what in the world is the Chargers ceiling? Justin Herbert, many suggest he's a phenom. J.K. Dobbins, he could be comeback player of the year. Jim Harbaugh, he's been to a Super Bowl, won a national championship. What's the Chargers ceiling? That is next.